Welcome back, everyone. Have you ever wanted to do a fun collage with torn paper, maybe some painting skills, and some cutout techniques? This was made with a variety of those things, and let's take a closer look. Today we're going to talk about both cut and torn paper collage in this video. It's a great way to break out of artist block, and it's something simple to do, very quick. And I found I had a lot of success with students doing this, so here we go. We're first of all going to start with just a white piece of paper, and I've got some found cutout objects. Some of these I've worked on with paint, with oil pastel. There's some lettering back there just from a magazine, and it's kind of haphazard to start, but I'm going to try to piece some of this together, maybe try in a circular format. And before I decide to paste things down, I kind of overlap them, take them apart. Overlapping is really a key part of doing any kind of collage. It's one of the first mistakes people make is they get things too far apart. You want to try to have some kind of balance within the image. And here I've settled on this. I've pasted down the ones that I think fit. And next I'm going to bring in some paint. This is just acrylic paint. And I'm going to paint into the white paper, but also go over into some of the collage pieces. And I'm trying to stay with the same approximate color family, browns, oranges, reds. And I'm just trying to bring like a transparent look to start with on the painting. If you've seen my videos before, you realize I often talk about this. I'm not exactly which direction I'm going yet, but I'm trying to follow the principles of design. And I've discussed that in other videos. If you don't know what those are completely, you can check them out online. But right now I'm working with balance. I'm working with one color family. It's kind of a radial balance right here to start with. And slowly but surely I'm going to add things to it that will turn into a landscape. But right now I'm just trying to balance the page with color, shape, and form. Okay, so I've cut my first object, and I'm going to place it on here to take a look and see what it looks like. Kind of like a tree formation. This is a cut image of a brick pattern. But I like the way it looks against the background. And that's something you might want to try. You might take a look at some magazine pieces or colored shapes you've made and just kind of play with the forms to see how they look. And my intention today is making a landscape. So I've settled on those two, and I've gone ahead and glued those down. I'm also going to cut out and glue down some little hills at the bottom of the page. I'm just going to glue them right on top of the tree formations I made. Throughout this process of making collages, I'm always collecting papers, both from magazines and even textures and paintings I've made. Sometimes if a painting doesn't work, I'll take that as collage material to use in another one. That way you're always recycling and doing different things with the materials you find. Right here I'm going to start bringing in some little bird pattern shapes. And to be able to see it, I went with a white that gives the strongest contrast to see away from the collage. Some of the hardest things also you'll find out doing these kinds of projects is trying to see them clearly away from the background. You're obviously dealing with a lot of moving parts, so it's good to have some kind of contrast to be able to see certain elements that you want to stand out. And here I am bringing in a small house and sticking with the contrast. I've chosen a very light yellowish green for the house. Once again, that will stand out away from the red and hopefully bring in a harmonious color pattern to the rest of the image. Also sticking in a little window there, just a little touch there to bring about the house into full fruition, hopefully. And now I'm going to go back to the paint, and I want to bring some mark making. And with the mark making, this kind of threads together some of the parts as a whole. I've taken a lot of trips out west in the past few years, and I think maybe this is influenced by some of those trips, but I wanted to abstract that. And a lot of times, collage gives you so much freedom to try out new things and really play with the elements. A lot of you have given me advice on my videos, and I really appreciate that. I hope I'm getting better at making them. And please bear with me as I go through this process, because it is a learning process for me. Okay, here's a finished piece I did a couple of days ago, and you can see I've done both painting and drawing along with the collage. You can see the blue formations in the back. That is completely collage. So you can mix and match your drawings and paintings along with your collage. It will give you different surfaces, unique ones. And I really like putting in a bit of a collage even into my drawings and paintings, because it will give a surprise sometimes in terms of a background or a foreground. And you get something really bold happening by using those methods. Here I am just sketching in some horses with my acrylic markers, and that's going to be kind of the finishing touch. I'm going to scan back up to let you take a look at the top. And there we have it. This is the finished piece, and I hope you've liked the video today. Please subscribe if you haven't done already, and I'll drop some comments. I'm always looking to improve what I'm doing here with you. So everyone have a great week. I will see you later.